Hi everyone, my name's Claire Morin and I am the Climate Risk Framework Lead at NatWest Group. Here are my predictions for the top 4 climate change risks facing financial institutions. Firstly, it's the risk of missing the opportunity to support our customers and communities as they transition to net zero. There are various different estimates regarding the size of the estimate required to effect this transition. However, what no one argues about is that it is a sizable sum. We have a great opportunity to firstly educate our customers to understand how they can take advantage of these growth prospects. And then secondly, we have the opportunity to fund those growth prospects, supporting their businesses to thrive. We also have an obligation to be thoughtful about how we implement plans to decarbonise our own balance sheets, avoiding unintended consequences and ensuring a just transition. Secondly, litigation risk. Climate change has really escalated on the regulatory and legislative agenda globally. And this is with an increasing appetite for green products and various commitments that organisations have made to net zero. There are increasing requirements and scrutiny from the PRA, the FCA and the CMA in the United Kingdom, and regulatory authorities in other jurisdictions. This presents conduct and litigation risk, with clear potential for significant reputational impact. Claimants are generally seeking to leverage novel claims to drive changes in corporate strategy rather than seeking damages or financial recompense. Climate change-related litigation is increasing beyond just fossil fuel companies and is a clear read across for financial institutions. Claims relating to alleged or perceived deficiencies in disclosures are likely to prove fertile ground for the claims in the future, particularly as climate science evolves. Thirdly, broader environmental factors. Now, 50% of the world's GDP is moderately or highly dependent on nature and its services. While climate risk has a core focus on carbon dioxide emissions, there's a close correlation with broader environmental factors such as pollution, protection of water and marine resources, and protection and restoration of biodiversity and ecosystems. A report from the Task Force on Nature-Related Financial Disclosures, published in March 2022, highlights that failure to take action to manage these issues can create risks linked to asset devaluation, supply chain resilience, reputation and licence to operate, and also shifting demand. These broader issues are quickly becoming the focus of European legislators, with the UK regulators expected to follow suit. Financial institutions should implement a proportionate response based on the location of their assets, operations, investments, loans and securities. The task force has shared a beta version of their framework for reporting these risks and opportunities and will publish their framework late in 2023. And finally, and most cataclysmically, it would be climate inaction. A risk report in 2021 by the World Economic Forum listed climate action failure as the second top global risk by likelihood. This has been the case for the last 3 years and is second only to extreme weather, which is clearly closely correlated to climate change. In April 2022, the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change reported that even if all the policies to cut carbon that governments had put in place by the end of 2020 were fully implemented, the world would still warm by 3.2 degrees this century. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres stated, "Some government and business leaders are saying one thing but doing another. Simply put, they are lying, and the results will be catastrophic." That sort of temperature rise would see our planet hit by unprecedented heat waves, terrifying storms, and widespread water shortages. The key conclusion from the report is that we have reached a now or never point of limiting warming to 1.5 degrees. To stay under 1.5 degrees requires massive changes to energy production, industry, transport, our consumption patterns, and how we treat nature. The good news is that financial institutions have an integral role to play in this journey, and together we can transition to a sustainable economy. Thank you.